Good morning, my fellow Canadians. Stop blaming Trudeau, part 2. Anybody who is a fan of Trudeau and listens to this, you're going to shut me down pretty quickly. Anybody who loathes the Liberal Party as much as I do and weeps for what's happening to Canada as I do, please listen to this in its entirety. The last time I did my Stop Blaming Trudeau post, I had one commentary that slammed me, accused me of being, you're part of the problem and you're one of the reasons Canada's in the toilet. This gentleman obviously did not watch the video right through. So stop blaming Trudeau. TechMine is gone. The offer has been withdrawn. Stop blaming Trudeau. The pipeline problems. Stop blaming Trudeau. The blockades. Stop blaming Trudeau. And let me explain. I will postulate for you a scenario. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. Let's say that you're at a comedy club and the headliner is a ventriloquist with a dummy, and you're sitting in the front row with your significant other, and the dummy chooses you to be the butt of, let's say, inappropriate humor, starts making personal observations about your wife or your husband, about their physical attributes, whatever, and you start getting a burn on. And you look up and you say, enough, stop it. And the ventriloquist then ups the game and gets even more pejorative or nasty or insulting. So you sail up on the stage. Now, are you going to grab that dummy and beat it up? Punch out the dummy and smash his head against the chair? No. It is a dummy. It is a lump of composite material. All of this content, everything said, came from the ventriloquist. So you take the ventriloquist by the throat and you beat the ever-loving piss out of him before security can get to you. Right? The analogy holds true for Trudeau. I know he is an idiot. I know he is stupid. I know that he is only doing what he is programmed to do. Even knowing this, he still managed to surprise me. The depth, it appears that even knowing what I know, I can still be surprised. I thought I was clutched in enough to be aware of the depths of his stupidity. I was wrong. He is even stupider and more vapid and brainless than I know him to be. And I didn't think, quite honestly, that was possible. I watched a video clip where it was a press scrum. He's talking to the press. And one of the reporters asked him a question, a fairly complex question about China and some of our interactions with China and future plans and everything like that. And you know the look that Trudeau has when he's listening. You know about that? That look? And when the gentleman was finished, he looked at him and he said, um, I'd like to say this about the press. You people do a tremendous job, and I know we don't make it easy on you, but you people of the press are absolutely fantastic, and you travel with us, and you take your time, and he did this absolute, like, dick stroking of the press, and all these, just laudatory comments, and 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 he ended it with, and I'd like to say thank you. And I'm like, my God, I'm trying to analyze the expression on his face. The nearest I can come, if you've ever seen an eager to please but mentally challenged child, trying to please the authority figure, trying to please their parent or a teacher, trying desperately to do so. That look is what I saw on Trudeau's face. And that's as near an analogy as I can come to. And I was just like, everything that's happening in this country, all the problems, and people saying, Trudeau this and Trudeau that, and Trudeau's got to go. It's not Trudeau. There's an expression in spycraft, it's called a cutout. This is an insulator, someone who will take the hit for you, someone who the authorities will capture first while you get away. I've seen this done in business where someone was promoted into a position where they would take the flak for the screw-ups of their superiors. I've seen it done in politics. One of the most obvious examples was the Ontario Ministry of Health was in deep doo-doo over mismanagement when Smitherman was in charge, and the Liberals said, uh-oh, we can't whitewash this or sidestep this. And Smitherman was one of the chosen, being gay and one of the chosen. So they took him away from Minister of Health and they put an underling, promoted him to Minister of Health, and hopefully that he would take the hit for the screw-ups. Well, of course, like this was as subtle as a bulldozer in heat, the methodology, but I still saw it done and I'm like, who is anybody falling for this? I mean, is anybody with a brain falling for this? Really? Well, Trudeau is the face and the voice, the front man for the Liberal Party. The problem is not Trudeau. I said it before, I don't even think he can spell policy, let alone set policy. He just reads lines. Watch Trudeau ad-lib or try to ad-lib, and it's incredibly embarrassing. Or when he forgets his lines, there is nothing there. There is no intellect at work. He is a brainless buffoon. He's a clown. He's a national and international joke. It is the Liberal Party that has to go, has to be totally swept out of office, just like they did in Ontario. And who controls the Liberal Party? Where is the money coming from? Who are they beholding to? When you've got a party that is supposed to be representing the country and has frittered away, the figure I've heard, over $100 billion in potential investments have now been shelved or are lost to us. The XL pipeline, the Tech Mine, the pipelines across LNG pipelines. Anybody who is into business can look at how much. Nobody's investing in Canada now because it is not worth it. So the Liberals have two things left to do. Hike taxes again, what Kathleen Wynne's Liberals so wonderfully referred to in Newspeak, Orwellian style Newspeak. They didn't say taxes, they said revenue tools. Wasn't that cute? Revenue tools. Well, we're going to tax you, but we won't call it a tax. We'll call it a revenue tool because you're too goddamn stupid to realize we've just hit you with another tax. So please, please stop blaming Trudeau. Would you please? It's like kicking a puppy because it's shit on the carpet. It's like trying to discipline, like I said, smacking out a child who's developmentally or intellectually or mentally challenged. It's a soft target. There's nothing there. It's so obvious. It is not Trudeau. I cannot stress this too strongly. My fellow Canadians, stop blaming Trudeau. It's too easy. It's just too easy a target. If there was a way to puncture the armor of those smugly self-righteous, arrogant, entitled idiots who currently hold the reins to Canada. I would urge that. I wish we had a vehicle for impeachment. God bless Scheer for even bringing up a non-confidence motion. We all knew that, they have, with the Bloc, will support them against the Conservatives, and Jughead Singh will support them against the Conservatives. Jughead Singh would give Satan a blowjob if it would hurt the Conservatives. This rabid anti-conservative movement out there, ABC, right? Anybody but conservative. These idiots, unions, the forces arrayed against the Conservatives when they are the only party, other than perhaps the PPC, that actually wish to do something solid for Canada. The forces arrayed against them are just so massive. Ford has come out with a really good one. He calls them now the lamestream media. He's so disgusted with being slagged by these scumbags and these pseudo-journalists. They're not journalists as far as I'm concerned. I came up with my own, and I'd like feedback on this. What do you think? I call them the mainstream media, because they're always screaming about the Conservatives and screaming about this and screaming about social justice. So, lamestream media, or my own mainstream media, they are highly complicit in what is going on and the damage being done to this country. So that's it for my morning. Stop blaming Trudeau. Please stop blaming Trudeau. Have a good day.